What's going on YouTube? It's WK Dad. So you guys probably know I went to the Pro Play Tour in Vegas, picked up this lovely token, had a good time. It was 8 rounds in Swiss. My final my final record was 4 wins, 3 losses, and 1 draw. Um, Not a whole lot to say. My wins are kind of unremarkable. My 3 losses were to the mirror, and I drew against Salad. Deck performed average. Hand traps this format, I don't know, they're really hit or miss. I'm like super frustrated with hand traps right now. So we're going to go through the deck list, and then we'll talk about some changes moving forward if I were to continue playing the deck, or if this deck somehow survives the next ban list. But yeah, pretty cool. Also, I want to talk about some of the people I met. All right, so you guys are probably bored as hell and sick as hell of these lists now. But, you know, I played Striker Orcus, 2 math. This is my 4 normal summons. Moving forward, you got to play, I suggest people play the 3rd mathematician because when you get ashed or you get interrupted, you need a follow-up. You really need a follow-up to keep the pressure up. So moving forward, I'm definitely going to play another mathematician. I might go back to the scrap recycler. I don't care. I fell into the hype, guys. I fell into the hype and just played mathematician. As you guys probably remember, I was playing the 1 scrap recycler. I really missed that scrap recycler. Moving forward, I'm going to play it. I don't care about that there can only be 1. If Salad won that event with there can only be 1 floating in the format, then surely I can play damn scrap recycler. I mean, as simple as that. Being able to dump a clutch, world wand to the grave to get back your banished pieces to get your engine going again. It's just too good, you know, because only sending harp when there's like nothing to get, you know, so you get nightmare. The nightmare sends what? Sends world wand, and then that's too much. That I need. No, I don't like it. Then we'll just start our Orcus package. 2 skeleton, 3 harp, 2 nightmare, 1 and Gizmek. Nothing really to say about this. Moving forward, I want to play a 3rd nightmare. Again, just seeing the games I lost in the mirror was not seeing Orcus pieces. You know, not seeing Orcus pieces to use with my return. And even though I bumped up the symbol count, it's just like it wasn't enough. And maybe that increases the chance that I brick on them. But I just feel that with the build I have in mind, that shouldn't be much of a problem. So yeah. Then the hand traps, regrettably, I went down to 2 Phantasme. I decided that I didn't want too many cards that only had once return clauses. So I used 2 Ash Blossom as well and 2 DD Crow. So these 4 cards were incredibly subpar. They didn't advance my game state. They barely stunned my opponent. Phantasme was really good, except in a top decking situation. Moving forward, it'll be 3 Phantasme just to fix my hands and dropping the hand traps all together for extenders, namely Defrag Dragon. Probably like 2 Defrag Dragon and something else, maybe another spell. Simply because, like I said, the hand traps are just so subpar that you need to advance your game state. You need to break boards because everyone wants to go first and then sit on their hand traps, and you can't afford to get stunned by your opponent's hand traps. Sure, Call by the Grave exists, but then once you get through their hand traps, then you have to play through their board, and I'd rather do both at the same time, if you understand what I'm saying. And then spell lineup, draw power, 3 allure, upstart to return. When I bump up that nightmare, I'm going to bump up the return, even though again it's once per turn. I just want to be able to see it. Then of course the striker package really performed well. Some people don't like the afterburners. I like the afterburners, you know, simply because we were in Vegas and I knew it was going to come up. Lots of rogue and animeta type stuff. Being able to force the IP is really clutch. Lots of 400 IQ with shark canning my opponents. Shark canning my opponent's Lancia, then using it. Caught a lot of people off guard. I guess they didn't know about that play, thinking that they could call by the grave it. But I'm like, no, it's your card. It goes to your grave. You can't respond when I tribute it. That was really clutch. The Widow Anchor and, of course, Hornet Drones. And then the rest of the one-ofs. One Cosmic Cyclone. I know it's really weird. We talked about it at one of my streams. I just wanted to random out for either my opponent's Babel, random floodgates, or what have you. This deck can really play through back row, but I just wanted like random outs, like random Mystic Mind, random floodgates, Babel, or what have you. And then it actually did come up. Then Rhoda, Foolish, and of course Babel. And I played 4 traps, Crescendo, and 3 Imperm. Moving forward, I'm going to just play 2 Imperm. Too many of these, even though you can use more than these one at a turn. With a Widow Anchor, it's not as, I don't think that it's necessary. I just want to maximize the impact of the deck and, you know, just cutting the weaker links, making it more aggro, and probably eventually turning it into a going second type build is what I'm leaning towards. I think that's going to be how I play this deck for the rest of the format. All right, now the extra deck, super generic, triple Galatea, long Girsu, and then Girsu. It's just like standard 6 Orcus. I mean, that's all you need. I've been considering if they do similar OCG hits, then I'm going to play Orchestrion just for the other name, or second long Girsu. Just, you know, you're just wanting the names. You really need the names to go into Dingirsu. Then, of course, Ace, Kagari, Masquerena, Barricade Blocker. This came up several times after getting Ash Blossom. It's another reason why I want to bump the Nightmare count. Just because being able to play through Ash or play through Imperm, I'm a mathematician. It's really good. Phoenix, Unicorn, Trisbana. This is another blowout card versus Rogue. People are cutting this because they say Zero Voros does the same thing, but Zero Voros, in my opinion, takes more commitment. And just being able to just have IP with Skeleton and then going into Zero Voros instead of trying to get back your Galatea and do the things. You know, I just think that I think that's a better play. I think having the option is just superior for now. That could change, but this is how I'm playing it for now. Then the aforementioned Zero Voros, Topological Bomber, and Boros Sword. And funny enough, I use every single card in my extra deck. I used Barricade Board Blocker several times. I use, of course, these cards, Masquerena and Kagari, like almost every game. Phoenix once, I summoned Unicorn once or twice. But funny enough, I used all these cards, the Topologic Brothers and the Royal Dragon. Every match, maybe not every game in that match, but every game, I summoned these guys, so I would not cut them. I mean, basically, this. I mean, for now, this extra deck is like really working pretty good for me. And then my sideboard, more back row hate, the Jamming Wage, searchable out, just 2 Twin Twisters. I figured with the main deck Cyclone, with the main deck Cyclone, main deck um, main deck Afterburners, Sided Cyclone, and 2 Twisters. That was more than enough spell and trap removal, probably overkill. A lot of times what I would do is um, I would side out the Afterburners, or depending on the skill level of my opponent, I keep the Afterburners in, but maybe drop an Imperm for the Cyclone to bump my spell count, and then just for the threat for the Babble. Um, but yeah, against the rogue matchups, these came in for, for the Imperms and the Ash Blossom, or for the DD Crows and the Imperms. These 4 cards came in. Triple Mind Control for the Mirror combo decks. Mirror, Triple Lancia. This is Nibiru is actually really good for the Sky Striker Mirror. You hard punish them so hard. It's good against Salad. It got me a game against Salad. It got me the draw. And this ended up getting me the draw. Salad, and then 2 Pankratops. Moving forward, I don't think I'll play Pankratops again, because if you don't open it, if you're going second and you don't open it, and then you draw it with an established board, it's like super subpar. At least with Nibiru, if they try to climb over your board, it's reactive. Lancia the same way. Pankratops just doesn't get it for me. Maybe if I played 3, I would have seen it earlier, but then I felt like I would have drawn 2, and then 1 would have been dead. So I don't know. Maybe these could have been called by the grave, because if you notice between my main deck and side deck, there's no call by the grave, and I think that'll change. I think, like, it's funny, right? So the use of hand traps just felt so subpar, but it felt like when my opponent used their Ash on my Mathematician or my Harp, it was like high impact. If I Ash their Harp, then they would just play Return, or they would go into Barricade Board Blocker and then continue playing. And that was just like, you cannot win. You can't win. It's, just like nothing you can do about it. And just real quick, if you guys want to get another view, this is what the build looks like. As you can see, this is just a dueling book format. If the explanation was a little too choppy for you, you just want to get a quick list, you can see it here on the screen. And just like I said, whole deck there. 40 cards even. Yep, and that's how it was. And then we'll go back. Now, to the people we met, boy. I had thought, guys, that since I've been away from the game for a while, that I was basically irrelevant. And so it was really surprising to me when one and only, and I'm about to pull this out. Hopefully I don't shake the table too much. But I'll show you here. Hi, I'm Ed. Ed Exception knew who I was. It was so weird. He saw me, and I was just like, "You know who I am?" He's like, "Yeah, man." And I was like, I was like fangirling. It was insane, And then, as you can see here, met Nim. He got my, he knew who I was. It was crazy. Simo came up to me. He said, "What? I get to sign the Matt?" I think this Matt is pretty well known to people on the circuit. I've had this Matt since 2007, and I've been collecting the signatures of with Shonen Jump, SJC champs, and YCS champs for that long, and various YouTubers. I have a second mat that's already full. I might show that one day, but I kind of keep that in storage under wraps because it has a lot of memories. But maybe one day I'll bust that out. But yeah, I got Simo, I got MBT, Joseph Rothschild as well, and I got one other signature is from J.R. Jobber, but I can't seem to find. I can't find Jobber's signature on here. I had him. I had him signed next to. Hmm, I guess I can't find it. I guess I should have found it before I busted this out. But yeah, just to flex a little bit more, Havoc 41, Billy Break. If Jonathan Moore is watching, tell Billy Break that his old YouTube channel, Blackluster 77, um, Ryan Spicer, J Kim, J Love. Let's see who else we got here. Senior Blanco 88, old YouTuber, Vexicus, um, Amanda LaPalm, Dragon Doodles Girl. Just like lots of memories. Lots and lots of memories. Oh, of course, the fat man himself, M Gold 40. Yeah. Oh, and Slim, back when he was Team X Symmetry. You got Slim right there. So yeah, it was really nice meeting you guys. I signed lots of cards, shook lots of hands, got some hugs. It was kind of awkward because 46-year-old man and getting hugs and stuff from strangers is kind of weird for me. But it was welcome. It was weird because I'm not used to it, but it was all love, and so it was like really nice. And I just wanted to let you guys know that I appreciated it, and it was really cool. So yeah, that's all I have, guys. Appreciate you guys watching. Appreciate all you guys coming up to me and saying hi, speaking to me. Never be afraid to come up and speak to me unless I'm going to the restroom or if I'm eating. If I'm going to the restroom, I'm eating, just like kind of let me be, let me do my thing, and then, hit me up when I'm done. All right, guys. Appreciate it again. Steph K. Dad, and I'm out.